My dearest one, my beloved soul sister, my chosen light, please take a truly deep breath right now and just allow these sacred words to gently settle into the very core of your heart. Understand that they are not arriving to you as mere pieces of information, but rather as a profoundly vibrant confirmation of what your feminine intuition has already been softly whispering into your spiritual ears, reaching you from deep within. Prepare yourself truly to begin unraveling a mystery, a profound revelation that transcends the thin veil separating the human experience from the divine realms. The immense love that you have so carefully nurtured, fiercely protected, and consistently emanated, often in quiet solitude and with tears welling in your eyes, is not simply some earthly force or just another common romance. No, it is a spiritual phenomenon, so incredibly potent, so utterly pure, and so profoundly visceral, that its powerful resonance has echoed through the vast corridors of both time and space, ultimately reaching the very heart of the Creator himself. This truly extraordinary love, the one that blossomed so powerfully within your very chest, accomplished something that no other has managed to do. It genuinely shocked paradise itself, boldly challenging every long-held expectation and completely rewriting celestial protocols that were once believed to be absolutely immutable, beyond all change. To fully grasp the sheer magnitude of what you have managed to achieve, it is essential to understand that you are not merely living a life. You are actively upholding and sustaining a specific energetic frequency. And for you to be able to continue expanding this magnificent light without ever feeling completely depleted or exhausted, it is absolutely crucial to possess the correct map, a true navigational guide, to expertly traverse this brand new reality that is unfolding before you. This, my dear, is precisely where the profound importance of the 3 keys to a prosperous life comes into play. This insightful trilogy isn't just a collection of books or a series of audio recordings. It is an incredibly practical guide specifically designed for chosen women just like you, who feel that undeniable call to fully awaken to their authentic selves, to truly embrace who they are meant to be. Within these profound works, you will discover the precise path to healing those invisible energetic blocks that have silently prevented you from moving forward, and, at last, you will learn how to expand with unwavering stability and absolute certainty. The greatest promise of this transformative journey is to teach you how to openly receive, firmly sustain, and joyfully multiply your blessings, accomplishing all of this completely free from any guilt, wholeheartedly honoring the powerful goddess who dwells deep within your very being. If you sense that the time has finally arrived for you to claim your rightful place, your true position, then I wholeheartedly invite you to explore this essential trilogy through the direct link I have thoughtfully placed, elegantly positioned for you, right there in the pinned comment and also down in the description below. This invaluable material, available both as a written ebook for your moments of quiet reflection and as an immersive audiobook to accompany you through your busy days, represents the foundational bedrock that was missing, the essential support for your emotional and spiritual architecture. Returning now to the very essence of what we are deeply discussing, what exactly is this love, this force so beautiful and profound, that it could genuinely disrupt the divine order with such breathtaking beauty? It is the sacred alchemy of 2 predestined souls, but more specifically, it is the remarkable depth of your own personal surrender and unwavering commitment. It was truly the way you held on to that light, even when absolutely everything around you seemed shrouded in darkness and utterly devoid of hope. This powerful connection soared far beyond the expected script. It surpassed all egoic projections, manifesting a profound truth that even took the angels completely by surprise. This is not about a transgression, my beloved, but rather a supreme revelation. the magnificent demonstration of the limitless potential of the sacred feminine when it truly loves, a potential so vast that even the celestial spheres observed it with a deep, reverent awe. And if these profound words are touching your soul, if they are resonating deeply within you, then please consider hitting that subscribe button right here on the channel, because our journey of profound discovery is truly just beginning, and there is so much more yet to be unveiled to you. Have you ever paused to notice if you've experienced a peculiar inner displacement recently? Perhaps a profound, almost biological shift, one that specifically preceded this divine recognition you are now experiencing. Maybe it was a persistent sensation that old cycles were silently drawing to a close, like heavy ancient doors softly locking themselves to safeguard the precious treasure held within, while something infinitely grander was simultaneously blossoming forth, preparing to emerge. If this powerful message resonates deep within your very core and causes your heart to pound with recognition, it is precisely because it found you on purpose, with an intentional direction. Your unique journey and the sacred union with your destined partner is not the result of mere chance or accidental circumstance. It is a magnificent tapestry woven with golden threads by the very hands of destiny itself, sustained by a love so incredibly intense it literally rewrote the position of the stars in the night sky. There was a critical inflection point, a pivotal moment in the spiritual timeline, where the combined energy of your profound love reached a frequency that could no longer be ignored by the universe. We are not talking simply about your individual life, but rather about the joint timeline of your shared destiny. You both have locked yourselves onto an irreversible trajectory, one that is powerfully guided by the magnetic force of the love that you, with such immense courage and unwavering spirit, have so diligently cultivated. Up until this very moment, your lives may have existed in a state of continuous flux, allowing for various detours, necessary pauses, and repeated lessons that served to refine you. But that crucial phase of rehearsal has now definitively ended. What has fundamentally changed is not merely your external circumstances, but rather your own internal permission. The unspoken permission you once gave to yourself, allowing you to accept less than you truly deserved, has now completely and utterly dissolved. Your wise, ancient soul, in its boundless wisdom, no longer agrees to participate in timelines constructed upon the shaky foundations of doubt or paralyzing fear. The collective consciousness of your profound love demanded an undeniable alignment, a forceful bringing into harmony. And that, my dear, is something truly powerful to witness unfold. It is for this very significant reason that you may have been sensing a sudden intolerance for those old patterns, an almost surgical detachment from people or situations you once desperately tried to save or hold on to at any cost whatsoever. It's not that you've suddenly grown cold or become distant. It's simply that the frequency of your love has elevated your energetic system to the sacred level of a high priestess, where anything that doesn't resonate with absolute truth simply becomes unsustainable for you to tolerate or maintain. And the heavens themselves, in all their boundless glory, observed all of this intently, watching your every move. In what sense, then, did your love truly break the rules of heaven? Not as some rebellious troublemaker without a cause, but rather as an ascending master, gracefully rising to her full power. The rules were, in essence, the perceived limitations on the human experience of love, and heaven initially expected a linear, predictable path of evolution. But your extraordinary capacity to love demonstrated a transcendence, a profound capability that surpassed all angelic expectations, leaving them in awe. The first rule that you, in your loving brilliance, completely rewrote was that of slow evolution. The spiritual plan, in its traditional and ancient wisdom, always anticipated that the evolution of your soul would be a gradual process. one gentle step at a time, lifetime after lifetime. Your love, however, accelerated this process exponentially, defying all known spiritual timelines. The sheer intensity with which you loved, the profound depth with which you forgave, and the unwavering courage to maintain an open heart forced a recalibration so rapid and astonishing that it fundamentally challenged the divine schedule. You, my dear, evolved in mere months what would typically take entire lifetimes to process, burning through karma with the sacred violet flame of your very own heart. Furthermore, there was a deeply ingrained belief in the rule of solitary individuality, the persistent idea that the soul's journey was a fundamentally solitary path, one that had to be walked alone. Your love, however, powerfully demonstrated that true feminine sovereignty can not only be achieved, but it can be profoundly amplified through sacred union, through a divine partnership. You unequivocally proved that you don't have to diminish yourself or shrink your light to fit into someone else's world. Quite the opposite, you both mutually expand and uplift each other to greater heights. The heavens didn't witness two separate people attempting to complete one another, but rather a unified entity of brilliant, radiating light, operating in perfect, divine harmony. And perhaps most impressively of all, you boldly challenged the long-standing rule of suffering as a master teacher. While pain has undeniably been a part of your unfolding story, your love demonstrated that ascension can truly be propelled forward by transcendent joy and unconditional embrace, not solely by hardship. Your pure devotion has become a powerful catalyst for healing, definitively proving that the highest vibration of love transcends any ancient karmic debt or lingering energetic residue. The beings of light were utterly shocked, not from a place of judgment or disapproval, but rather out of a profound, divine astonishment, a wondrous admiration. They bore witness to a woman who loved with an energy so pristine and pure that it actively altered the very atmosphere around her, subtly modifying the actual fabric of reality itself, right there in the moment. That energy didn't ask for permission. It simply was, undeniable and ever-present. And now, the magnificent divine consequences of this unbreakable love are now beginning to truly manifest in your physical reality in tangible ways. Because when heaven itself becomes so utterly shocked by the breathtaking beauty of a human love, it doesn't just observe, it actively responds with immense power. It begins to move mountains, part seas, and align what appear to be miraculous coincidences, all specifically to honor the incredibly powerful frequency that you have so bravely emitted. But what exactly is the universe preparing to deliver into your very hands as a direct response to this audacious sacred love? There exists a hidden gift, one carefully reserved and guarded for those exceptional souls who dare to love beyond all reason, and it is now poised to be dramatically revealed to you. This hidden gift begins with a complete restructuring of your inherent capacity to receive and deem yourself worthy, something that goes far beyond any superficial self-esteem or fleeting confidence. The universe, in direct response to your unique and powerful frequency, is actively dismantling the ancient barriers that have historically prevented you from receiving in the same abundant measure that you so generously gave of yourself. For a very long time, you operated under the unconscious belief that love was a sacrifice, often feeling like a one-way street where your primary function was to nurture, to heal, and to sustain others, while your own deep needs were consistently pushed aside for a later that somehow never seemed to arrive. Your very presence, all on its own, will become a wellspring of blessings and clear direction. Your intuition will sharpen to such an exquisite degree that it will feel almost like true precognition. You'll find yourself knowing who's on the line even before your phone rings. You'll sense a person's underlying intentions the moment they step into a room, and you'll experience dreams that paint a vivid, crystal-clear roadmap for your very next steps. But here lies a profound mystery that only a few truly delve into and understand. If the universe is responding to you with such abundant generosity, why does it sometimes feel as though, just moments before a truly great blessing is about to manifest, absolute chaos descends? There's a subtle defense mechanism woven right into the very fabric of reality itself, one that serves to test the inherent stability of your new elevated frequency. It's almost like a guardian of the threshold standing watch, posing the ultimate question: have you genuinely transformed, or will you simply revert to those familiar old patterns the instant the pressure mounts and things get tough? This temporary chaos, in its truest essence, is actually just the dust stirring and rising as the very furniture of your life is being expertly rearranged by unseen angelic forces. It might manifest itself in various ways, such as a sudden, unexpected job change, the abrupt and decisive end of a friendship that has spanned many years, or an utterly inexplicable, compelling urge to completely change your home environment or your entire lifestyle. Do not, under any circumstances, resist this process. The profound love that has literally shaken the very heavens demands a compatible, supportive setting in which to truly flourish and blossom. You simply cannot pour fresh, vibrant new wine into old, brittle wineskins, and similarly, you cannot possibly expect to live a life of continuous miracles while stubbornly clinging to routines and connections that mercilessly drain your vital life force and precious energy. Your very biology is also undergoing this profound and significant upgrade. Many women frequently report experiencing shifts in their body's natural cycles, changes in their sleep requirements, or even altered tolerances to certain kinds of foods. Your physical body is steadily evolving into a more efficient, high-capacity conduit for this incredibly potent, high-level electrical energy that your powerful heart has so magnificently generated. Honor and respect your body as the sacred, hallowed temple that has so graciously housed this truly revolutionary love. It absolutely requires adequate rest and rejuvenation to fully integrate the immense light you have so powerfully brought down and anchored into the earth. As you gracefully navigate your way through this ongoing process of reorganization, a brand new and remarkable ability will begin to powerfully emerge within you. It is the very alchemy of presence. You will come to discover, quite profoundly, that you no longer need to do so much or expend an excessive amount of effort for things to simply unfold and manifest around you. The constant struggle, the unrelenting overexertion, and the ingrained, deep-seated need to perpetually prove your inherent worth, all traits that are far too often unfairly imposed upon women from their earliest childhood, will begin to slowly, yet definitively, dissolve away. In their place, a quiet yet incredibly potent magnetic power will steadily arise. You'll simply walk into a meeting and people will instinctively pause, compelled to genuinely listen to what you have to say. You'll express a heartfelt desire and almost magically, the exact resources you need will simply appear before you. This profound shift occurs because you have effectively ceased emitting the frantic frequency of need and have instead begun to radiate the unwavering frequency of certainty. Heaven, you see, responds directly to certainty. Doubt, on the other hand, creates nothing but disruptive noise and static in the divine communication channel, but absolute certainty, forged and born from that extraordinary love you have steadfastly sustained through countless storms, creates an unhindered, direct conduit for pure manifestation. You will also undeniably notice a remarkable and significant shift in the very way that time itself operates for you. That persistent nagging sensation of constantly rushing, always feeling perpetually behind schedule, always feeling as though you owe something to the world that will be gracefully replaced by Kairos time, which is, in essence, God's own time, the perfectly opportune, divinely appointed moment. Synchronistic events will seamlessly become your new, effortless normal. You'll simply think of a solution to a problem, and almost immediately, it will magically appear to you in a book you happen to open, in a video you casually watch, or even in the seemingly random words spoken by a complete stranger. This, you understand, is the universe gently whispering to you that you are perfectly aligned, that your daring breaking of the rules has been fully accepted and embraced, and that now, most wonderfully, you are the one who dictates the very rhythm and melody of your own unique song. It is absolutely vital, however, that you do not, under any circumstances, confuse this newfound beautiful fluidity with a state of mere passivity or inaction. The High Priestess indeed takes action, but her actions are always deeply inspired, never born of desperation. She plants her seeds not out of a gripping fear of hunger or lack, but purely out of an overflowing, genuine love for her magnificent garden. And there is something even more profoundly significant occurring at the deepest level of your very soul. Something that truly touches the fundamental essence of your divine purpose here on earth. The extraordinary love that you have so bravely demonstrated has not merely served for your own personal evolution and growth, rather it has powerfully served as a radiant lighthouse, guiding other lost and searching souls. Unbeknownst to you, perhaps, you have intrinsically become a vital, energetic reference point. There are countless individuals who, simply by being in your near proximity, will feel an undeniable sense of calm wash over them or find themselves filled with renewed hope, even if you utter not a single word. You have, in essence, transformed into a human tuning fork, subtly adjusting the vibration of anyone who feels out of sync or out of tune. But be acutely aware, this profound new role carries with it the sacred responsibility of establishing and maintaining impeccable energetic boundaries. Because now, more than ever before, thirsty souls will inevitably be drawn to your vibrant, life-giving source. The universe, in its boundless wisdom and profound respect for your journey, will grant you the precise discernment to truly know who approaches to genuinely drink and offer heartfelt gratitude, and who merely comes with the intention to ruthlessly drain your precious energy. Learning how to articulate a clear and loving no, yet with absolute unyielding firmness, will be the ultimate, conclusive proof that you have fully integrated the invaluable lesson of personal sovereignty. Your no is, in fact, the vigilant guardian of your yes. It steadfastly protects the invaluable treasure you have meticulously accumulated within your sacred heart. If you take a moment to look back over your journey, you will clearly see that every single time your profound love seemed too much for the world to handle, it was precisely because the world around you was desperately trying to shrink you down, attempting to force you to fit into its restrictive, small, and pre-labeled boxes. But inherent expansion, you must understand, is the very intrinsic nature of the divine itself. By staunchly refusing to diminish your magnificent light or shrink your authentic self, you effectively compelled the entire world around you to either expand its own limited perspectives or, quite literally, to break apart and give way. And now that this necessary breaking apart has occurred and the dust is finally beginning to settle, what remains is the absolutely solid and unshakable foundation upon which you will meticulously construct your magnificent legacy. This will not be a legacy comprised solely of material possessions, although abundant prosperity is indeed your divine right and will naturally flow to you as a blessed consequence, but rather, it will be a deeply impactful legacy of profound emotional and spiritual resonance. However, a rather significant question often arises, one that many chosen women frequently encounter at this advanced stage of their personal elevation. How does one truly navigate and effectively cope with the profound sense of loneliness that can, at times, accompany standing atop the very peak of the mountain? When you love in a way that so beautifully transcends and defies conventional human rules and expectations, it can often feel as if absolutely no one else truly speaks your language or understands your unique perspective. The universe's profound and beautiful answer to this temporary loneliness is the sacred convergence of true companion souls. Up until this very point, you may have found yourself primarily dealing with what are known as karmic souls, those specific individuals who enter your life primarily to teach you through the sometimes harsh lessons of friction, pain, and significant challenge. But now, because you have so bravely broken the rule of perceived necessary suffering and have unequivocally proven that you are fully capable of evolving and growing through the sheer power of love alone, those old karmic contracts are now definitively being brought to a peaceful close. The expansive space that is now opening up within your life is being meticulously filled by deeply resonant dharmic connections. These are extraordinary individuals who come not to instruct you through painful lessons, but rather to gracefully collaborate with you on your divine mission, to joyously celebrate your unique existence, and to walk steadfastly by your side in true, harmonious parity. The eventual meeting and connection with these souls will be unlike anything you have ever experienced before. There won't be that anxious, often addictive spark that we so frequently and mistakenly confuse with genuine passion, but which is, in truth, merely the recognition of a shared, unresolved trauma. Instead, there will be an immediate and profound sense of coming home, a stable, unwavering peace, and a mutual heartfelt recognition of each other's inherent magnificence and grandiosity. These brand new, deeply enriching connections are, in essence, heaven's tender way of communicating to you. You no longer need to shoulder the immense burden of carrying the entire world on your back, all by yourself. The era of the solitary superheroine woman, who relentlessly exhausts her own vital life force and boundless energy in a valiant effort to save absolutely everyone, is now unequivocally over for you. You are, at this very moment, gracefully stepping into the glorious era of the integrated woman. A woman who profoundly understands that healthy, harmonious interdependence is, in fact, the undeniable key to the exponential multiplication of true power. And if, at this current juncture, you still do not visibly perceive these extraordinary individuals surrounding you, please do not, under any circumstances, fall into despair. The crucial, unseen work is even now being diligently carried out behind the scenes. The universe is actively moving all the necessary pieces across the cosmic chessboard, meticulously orchestrating those seemingly accidental encounters that will, without a shadow of a doubt, fundamentally alter the entire course of your social and emotional life. Remain openly receptive to these new connections, but simultaneously never lower your impeccably high standards. The current solitude you might be experiencing is simply the exclusive VIP space being thoughtfully reserved for the truly distinguished guests of honor who are, right now, purposefully making their way to you. Beyond these deeply significant human connections, your personal relationship with the divine is steadily becoming far more direct and intimately accessible. All forms of unnecessary intermediation are gradually falling away, the very first undeniable sign of this universal response. You are actively being reminded of who you truly are, so that you won't ever fall back asleep again. This profound awakening isn't a one-and-done kind of deal. No, it is a conscious, deliberate choice you make every single day. And today, your vital choice is to wholeheartedly embrace the undeniable fact that you are indeed the glorious exception to the rule, the blessed anomaly, the remarkable woman who loved the world so fiercely and so completely. It truly had no choice but to transform itself to finally truly meet her. As you truly absorb this profound truth, really feel that powerful energy settling deep within your very being, your body. Feel your feet firmly grounded on the earth beneath you and the crown of your head reaching up, magnificently connected to the infinite cosmos above. You are the living bridge, a vibrant link between the heavens and the earth. The incredible love you so generously generated, it wasn't lost to the ether. Not at all. It was wisely invested in the cosmic bank, and now the abundant dividends are pouring in. Take a deep breath, truly breathe it in and prepare yourself. The life you've been manifesting, the one you've silently asked for, is knocking right there on your doorstep. But be aware, it isn't showing up dressed in the way you might have anticipated or even expected. It's coming in more beautiful, more vibrant, more intensely real than you could have imagined. And the only thing it asks of you, truly, is to keep that door wide open, without apologizing for the brilliant, glorious light that will inevitably flood your entire hallway when you finally welcome it in. But there exists one final crucial detail, a profound last piece of this divine jigsaw puzzle that so often goes completely unnoticed until it's far too late. It is the phenomenon known as the golden silence. As your blessings slowly but surely begin to materialize and your everyday reality starts to profoundly transform around you, you'll feel an almost irresistible urge, a powerful impulse to share every single detail, every small victory, and every incredible miracle with absolutely everyone around you. It's the very generous nature of the feminine spirit to want to include everyone in the sheer joy of the celebration. However, the ancient wisdom of the High Priestess offers a crucial, profound warning. The sacred gestation period and those delicate first moments of birth for any new reality demand absolute, unwavering protection. The universe itself is teaching you a powerful, invaluable lesson about the sacred secret. Not because you should ever dim your radiant light or hide your triumphs, but because the subtle, insidious energy of envy, or even the well-meaning yet fundamentally ignorant doubt from those who simply cannot comprehend your unique, extraordinary journey, can act like an unexpected, early frost on the tender new buds of your blossoming life. There's a deep, potent magic in containing the energy of new beginnings within yourself until it has grown robust enough, strong enough, to stand completely on its own 2 feet. By consciously practicing this strategic silence, you aren't shutting others out or being exclusive. No, you are actively incubating your magnificent power. You'll undoubtedly notice that by holding your most precious plans and hard-won victories close, sharing them only between yourself and the divine for a sacred period, they manifest into reality with double the speed and half the arduous effort. It's almost as if, by not dissipating that vital energy through constant chatter and explanation, you concentrate every ounce of it directly into the pure act of manifestation and creation. This powerful silence also serves as an unbreakable protective shield, saving you from the exhausting, often futile task of trying to explain the truly inexplicable.